So friends, now let's learn about Spring Initializr. Spring Initializr is a way of bootstrapping your Spring Boot project. Whenever you think of starting a Spring Boot project, instead of configuring everything manually, it is a very good way to use Spring Initializr to initialize your project. So let's initialize a sample project today and see what Spring Initializr is. Okay, we will come to Google and we'll search Spring Initializr. Okay, so it will give the first suggestion as this website start.spring.io. You simply need to go to this website. This will open this Spring Initializr. Okay, now it will ask you which build tool you want to use. Okay, so you can select Maven or you can select Gradle. In this course we have preferred Maven, so let's select Maven only. It will also ask you which programming language do you want to use. Again, this is Java course, so we are using Java. Now it will ask you the version of Spring Boot that you want to use. Okay, and it's suggesting 3.5.3 as a release version. Whenever there is snapshot, it means there's a snapshot version, or in a way you can say work in progress version. But when there is no snapshot, it means that it is a release version. So let's go with 3.5.3 only. Now it will ask you group ID. So you can say your website name. Unique the general convention is your Java website name in reverse. So you can say com dot. I'm adding my website name. Hello World Tech Consulting. Okay. Artifact ID you can say Java Learning. Java hyphen learning. Okay. And you can say that it is a learning project. Okay, and you can select jar or var. Whether if you are building a web application, you should select jar, var, and if you are building a CLI tool or a runnable application simply without web, then you should select jar. It is asking for the commonly used versions of Java, so 24, 21, 17. In this course we have already chosen 17, so let's go with 17. After that it will ask dependencies. So okay, and it will give you selection. When you click on add dependencies, it is giving you a lot of suggestions. First of all, it is suggesting some developer tools like Spring Boot developer tool, Lombok. It is suggesting Docker Compose. It is suggesting, and Graal VM native support. It is suggesting whatever you want you can use. Suppose I'm using Lombok. Okay, so it will add the Lombok dependency here. Now if you want to build a web project, so you should select Spring Web dependency. It is also adding the Spring Web dependency. Okay, then suppose you want to connect to MySQL database, so you will read the MySQL driver, or you want to use Oracle driver, you want to use Postgres driver. Depending upon your database, you can select. For example, I'm selecting MySQL. Okay, let's select more things. For example, I'm selecting the actuator dependency as well, since we just learned actuator in the last section. And apart from that, I am selecting whatever dependencies are not compatible. It is showing in a grayed out section already. Okay, so basically the idea is whatever you require. For example, you require JUnit or you require testing, so it gives you some suggestions. So basically the idea is whatever dependencies you want, you can add here, and then when you click on generate, it will give you a zip file. Okay, so when you open this zip file, for example, let me go to my downloads folder. I go to my download folder, and if I open this zip file, so it will give you a full-fledged Java project. Let me open this project in my IntelliJ. So in my IntelliJ file, open, and I will select this project which is there in my downloads folder, which is called Learning Java. If I select this, you will see that it has created a complete Spring project structure here. It has created this pom.xml, everything that you have specified. It has added all the dependencies that you selected. Okay, it has by default added a test dependency as well. It has configured Maven compiler plugin. It has configured the Spring Boot plugin. It has also configured your Java version. So whatever you have selected, it has configured, and it is a project ready to develop. So it is helpful in initializing your project in the correct way so that you can develop. Okay, so here you can see it has also created a Spring Boot application annotated Java class. If you run this, your application should start. It has also created an application properties file. It has also created a help file with some basic documentation. So it has created a complete structure. It has also written a basic test for you. Okay, so it has a runnable Java app is ready with just one click using the Spring Boot initializer. If you try to do all these steps manually, chances are you get into some error. But here, with just one click, you can see that you are able to start your Spring Boot application. Okay, so this is the purpose of Spring Initializr. So continue learning.